Oh, hi everybody. So yeah, let's do a quick update. What's been happening? Well, we saw over the weekend, I think today actually, and end of yesterday, we had a nice uptick in the chart. I think we're at the stage where we've had this, we've actually been going for 2 weeks now since launch, which seems to have flown past. But I think now we're kind of at the stage where a lot of people are starting to look at the project and they're saying, okay, we can see these people are serious, they're still around, it's 2 weeks, everything's going to plan. So we're getting some quite a bit of attention from people who are kind of sitting on the sidelines and waiting to see what happened. And they realize that it is a proper project, it's a real project, and they're getting involved. So it's kind of a nice position to be in after the kind of craziness of the big move up, the big drop down, the bounce back up. We've had the crypto roller coaster, and now we're getting a lot more stable, I think. And as I said, lots of people who were kind of waiting to see what happened and now starting to get very interested. And I know some of you know me, my background being in the stock market, in the Forex markets. It's been quite interesting for me to see what's been happening as far as the number of holders of Afrostar and how that's affecting the stability of the coin as well, or the token. Because what's happening is every time we have a move up and we have a move down, the number of Afrostar holders is increasing. And I think, I can't remember, last time I checked, I think it was 16,000 holders. And as the number of holders gets bigger and bigger, generally that means the stability of the token price should be getting a lot more stable, which is great for ongoing movements in Afrostar. So that's definitely a positive thing that's happening. Let me give you the update. As I said, every AMA, there's not going to be new news every AMA. We are doing all the usual things that big successful crypto projects do. So we've got, we're going to be getting CMC trending, CoinGecko trending in positions, and DEX tools, and all these other things, which any big successful crypto project, generally they're doing those kind of things, which is fine. That's all happening in the background. All of those things are going ahead. So there's no point really updating every single day what's going on there. Just be reassured we're doing everything that's needed and required on the kind of crypto marketing side. The more important, or I guess the more interesting kind of updates are the stuff which isn't directly kind of crypto website advertising, which is the things which a lot of our other projects aren't doing. Me personally, I spoke at the Bitcoin Festival. I know lots of you saw me speaking there at the Bitcoin Festival alongside BitBoy and some really big names. And I think at that festival I can't remember how many, it was 10,000 people online live watching that. I did mention this on another AMA. I'm in touch with probably the biggest financial event promoter in the world. And they have told me that they are going to run an event just for Afrostar, just to promote Afrostar. And I was actually on the phone with them again today, just trying to get this date confirmed. I've been told it's definitely going to happen. The world's biggest financial kind of event promoter is going to do a promotion just for Afrostar. It's going to be a webinar where I'll be speaking on there. I've got the confirmed it's going to happen. I'm just trying to get a date from them, which they said would be very, very soon. So as soon as I get that detail, I'll let you know. I would rather wait until I've got the date so I can give you a definite on that. But I can tell you from, I've actually worked with these people before in the past. So they know me, I know them. And when they say they're going to do something, I'm sure they will do it. And from past experience, it can be huge. It can be a really massive benefit to the project. So that's pretty exciting. And as soon as I get the date, I'm going to let you know. But I would expect it to be very, very good for Afrostar overall. And it's a way that we can get a lot of awareness all around the world, because they're a huge, huge company with, I'm sure it's, well, I know it is millions of clients all around the world. So that would be quite incredible. I'll give you the updates as and when they come in. What else? Let's have a look at my list of other stuff here. Oh, on the influencers front, again, we're doing all the usual things that big successful crypto projects do. We're contacting all of the main crypto influencers. Some of the deals are done, and I think a few of the other team have mentioned those. What I'm doing is, personally, I'm contacting a few people that aren't typically involved in the most crypto projects promotions. I'm contacting a few very big kind of celebrity names and just big influencer names that most crypto projects don't approach. And I've got two in particular that look like they're about to happen. One of them will be absolutely huge when it happens, and I'm pretty excited to tell you who that is, but I'm kind of holding back because I want to wait until we've actually got the deal over the line. I'm backwards and forwards talking with him now, and it looks like it's going to happen, but I'm not going to mention it until it really does happen. But when you hear the name, it will be huge for the project, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that one's going to come in. So I really look forward to telling you about that. I know it's I haven't given you the details yet. Again, deliberately, I don't want to tell you stuff until I actually get the signed deals, and then we can kind of celebrate. And what I'll do is, on these AMAs, I'll let you know, obviously, before anybody else knows, because you're already part of the project, part of the community. So before the promotions go out and before the things happen, I'll let you know, so you get a kind of insight as to what's going on. What else? Oh, I mean, the kind of overriding bigger picture stuff really is the most important thing to this project, which is, I'd say there's two big picture things which we're working on kind of flat out behind the scenes. And that's the crypto copy trading app, which I've mentioned a few times on these AMAs, and that's all going ahead as planned. And as soon as we got some kind of concrete updates on new stages reached there, I'm going to let you all know about that. But very excited about that project. And for those of you who are new to the community, just really briefly, we're developing a copy trading app for crypto investors, similar to eToro, but just for crypto, because crypto community have different needs, different tools. And we just want a crypto focused copy trading app where you can buy and sell crypto. And you can also copy the best crypto traders, auto copy their trades. That's all happening. That development's been going on for a while now. And when we get to the kind of the next stages in the project, I'll make sure that I update you so you know what's happening there. But once that is released and it's in use out there in the world, it's going to be a great price driver for Afrostar, because the whole ecosystem for it is using the Afrostar token. The transaction fees, the copy trading, where we pay the copy trades in Afrostar, the membership levels are paid for in Afrostar. So it's a really nice ecosystem that benefits Afrostar holders. And yeah, I've kind of covered that before, I know, in an AMA, but just for the new people. And the other, so that's one side of it. That's one kind of branch of the bigger picture. The other branch of the bigger picture is the Afrostar coin, which we're going to be launching in about 6 months' time. And that's the aim there, is for that to be the cryptocurrency used across Africa. And if we can make that go the way we hope it's going to go, that can be absolutely huge for the project. And that's part of what's been going on behind the scenes as well. We've been building up our team in Africa. And I think some of you met, trying to think who we had on the AMA. A couple of nights ago. I know you've met Wallace. He's been on the AMA quite a few times. I think we had Sheila. Oh, it was Sheila was on yesterday. And another of our team in Africa. She was on, and the team out there are doing really high level joint ventures and connections with people. And quite a few of the team out there know the right people in the right places. I mean, Wallace is kind of at the highest level in government and banks and finance out there. And some of our other team are also very, very well connected. So they're looking to do deals with banks, with governments. And I mean, the kind of big goal is when we get the first country in Africa to kind of endorse AfroStar, I really think that could be like a 100x moment when we get that first kind of official announcement, a country is backing AfroStar or endorsing AfroStar. That could be the kind of huge moment for AfroStar, I think. So, and as I said, you're in at the start here, the early days. Now, are we going to get a country to adopt AfroStar as their currency? Well, no one knows, yeah, but that's the goal. That's definitely our goal, and we've got the people in the marketing, in the strategy, I think, to make that happen. I don't know when or which country will be the first, but that really is the target. That's the kind of big picture goal. And I think because the way we're set up and the way we're approaching this, we have a realistic chance to make that happen. So again, as we progress down that road and we start to get kind of more, start to get the positive signs from particular countries, or we get to start having people coming on board, I'll definitely be updating you as to that side of the project as well. So I think let's open this up. Let's do a Q&A. So let me just see. I'm just trying to find out.
Wallace is 5 minutes away.
Oh, and apparently Wallace is going to be joining us as well, which is great. So I'm just having a look here, and yeah, any questions, please ask away, except for I cannot see where people have raised their hands. Okay, let me try and get this to come back up. It was there a second ago. It seems to have disappeared now. So if you want to ask a question, raise your hand, and I'm going to try and work out where it's disappeared to, and I will open up a few mics. So, and oh, I should say as well, because I think some others of our team are on here as I was flicking down the list here. If anyone else on the team wanted to add anything, please feel free to do so. I see Alex, Guy, James, and quite a few of the team on here as well. So, yeah, I have no idea why I can't see any hands raised. I'm sure people have raised their hands. If anyone else on there, Guy or Ludo or Alex, if you can see anyone who's raised their hand, if you could kind of unmute someone, kind of one at a time, that would be good. For some reason, it's just not. Oh, there we go. I can see.
I see quite a few people with their hands raised, but they don't seem to be muted. Not sure what we're missing here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not appearing as it normally appears. I can normally see when people have raised their hands, and it's just on my screen. It's just not showing at all.
If you want, I'll bring him in for you. So Brian, I've just allowed you to speak. If you want to unmute yourself, Brian.
Great, thanks, James.
Hi, Darren. Hi, guys. You're right.
Hi, Brian. Yeah, good. Thanks.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for all your great work with the project. Looks really awesome.
Thank you.
I was wondering, when would you envisage that we'll be able to use like a hardware wallet or something to store our tokens, something like the Nano X or Ledger or something like that, for instead of just Trust Wallet? Is that on the agenda for the project?
I mean, it is on the agenda. That's kind of, as we start to list on some of the bigger exchanges, that is definitely on the agenda. An exact timescale, not really sure at this stage, but definitely we're talking probably months, I would say.
Okay, all right, but it depends on getting listed on the exchanges first before you can go to that route.
That's going to be the next step for us. Yeah, we're gonna look to get on to kind of a mid or a top tier, well, probably a mid-tier exchange fairly soon, and then we'll start looking down that route.
Okay, all right. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Okay.
All the best.
Thanks.
I'm going to do Paul Donovan next. Paul, I've just allowed you to speak if you want to unmute yourself.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, so there. Okay, we'll move on in that case then. Minty Quinn, I've just allowed you to speak. If you want to unmute yourself.
Hello there. No, it was just a bit, sorry, it was just a wee question on the exchanges, but I think Darren's only after answering that with the first question.
Oh, okay.
So that's all I wanted to know. Getting on some of the exchanges.
Yeah, we've had now because we've been going for a couple of weeks, we've been approached by a lot of exchanges, and we're just kind of choosing which one we want to go with. We had a few in mind, but we've had quite a lot of exchanges saying, hey, we can see you're successful, you're still around, you've got lots of holders. So suddenly we've got a lot of choice, and we're kind of going through to see who's going to be the best to start with, I guess.
Brilliant. That's good. Brilliant stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ben, I've just allowed you to speak if you want to unmute yourself.
Hi, Darren. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, hi, Ben.
Sort of.
Hi,
Just a quick question. Obviously, you've got all these brilliant, like, I've seen we've done more research into all the people involved in it. And you've got these big hitters just waiting on the back burner. At what point are you going to start bringing them onto the AMAs? Because obviously, so far, we've seen some of your team and they're all brilliant.
Yeah.
When are you going to pull out the other big hitters?
Yeah, so we've had quite a bit of stuff going on in the background that I guess you wouldn't particularly be aware of because we haven't brought them onto the AMA. So, for example, Paul O'Mahony, who's huge on the social media, he's actually been running promotions to his full client list of hundreds of thousands of people. He's been running promotions where I've been on a webinar telling people about AfroStar, and all of that's been going on kind of throughout the last 3 weeks. Although he hasn't been on an AMA, he's been doing massive promotions for the project. And also, for example, Brian, who's the marketer in Africa, he held a big event for us. It was about 10 days ago, and he had I think it was 2,200 people on a webinar just where we were talking about AfroStar. So a lot of these people, they're doing stuff behind the scenes. We may try and get some of them on AMAs as well, just to kind of update you with what's going on. But it is happening, and they're actually at a stage now where they're really starting to ramp up what they're doing. But good point. I will make sure I kind of update you with what the big hitters are doing behind the scenes.
I'm taken away by you guys, obviously. It's just, and they are very personal. I think it's just more even showing what you got, like even more.
Yeah. There's some with a lot of the marketing, we'll kind of update you and say, hey, this is what's happening, this is what's going on. With some bits of it, we've kind of deliberately kept it a bit behind the scenes, just because we don't want to give too much strategy away to some of the other projects. But wherever possible, I will make sure I update you. And particularly some of the bigger plans with some of these big hitters from the website, I will start to include a bit more in the AMAs and tell you what's going on there, because we've got some quite exciting stuff happening.
Just all the team, like everyone's doing a brilliant job, and the community, especially today, it's been really good seeing all the positivity, because I think that is our way forward.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a team effort, and the community have been super good. Everyone's like looking after each other, and yeah, very positive vibe. So yeah, thanks to everybody for that. Okay, anyone else have a question?
Lead Elevate, I've just unmuted you. If you want to unmute yourself, you can ask a question.
Yes, hello, good evening, Darren.
Oh, hi there,
Nice.
evening.
Hello, sorry, my question is just, I have this burning issue about my country, Zimbabwe. Apparently on the news, they're going on about adopting a cryptocurrency. Do you think you have competition with somebody? If you're not having competition, please approach them.
Okay, yeah. Zimbabwe, we actually, Wallace will probably talk more about this, but I think we have a few very key high-level contacts in Zimbabwe. I actually, yeah, I'll wait until Wallace arrives, because he'll definitely be able to talk more about that. but I mean, there's always going to be competition. We're not kidding ourselves about that. And there's lots of cryptocurrencies that are out there and trying to do various things, and there have been for quite a few years. I just haven't seen a project that has a coordinated kind of strategy to become the cryptocurrency of Africa. There's lots of little projects doing little things, but nobody, I don't think, has really approached it the way we're approaching it, with the team and with the kind of strategy behind it. So yes, I do know there's little bits going on all over the place, and I mean, that's fine. That's the way it is in life. There's always competition. It's about becoming the most well-known and the most adopted. And if we can achieve that, we're fine with other people trying to do things.
Thank you very much. It's exciting to be part of this project. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Louise, I've just unmuted you. Do you want to unmute yourself and speak?
Hi, Dan. Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi, Louise.
This is picking up on what Ben was saying in terms of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I noticed over the weekend there was a lot of uncertainty. There was a lot of flooding going on, and I'm kind of suggesting, is it possible for you to have like an updated gallery on the website? So when you are meeting these top people, or like what you're saying, what the chief communications officer is doing, not communications, the marketing officer is doing, then take pictures and have like an updated, I mean, do you get what I mean? So that we can see behind the scenes as well. And I think that will clear a lot of the uncertainty and the doubt that's happening within the community.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. So to kind of just have a photo gallery where without waiting for an AMA, you can go on the website and kind of have a look and see what's going on, just kind of updating as news comes in.
Yeah, like you're behind the scenes, that because I definitely appreciate everything about what you guys are doing, not only yourselves but Wallace and Tatiana and actually the devs and everything. But it'll be good to see what you guys are doing. Obviously not to give away your secrets, but if something's already been done and dusted, we can see that because it's already been done.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. I was just actually having a discussion with John, I think it was yesterday, about getting I think what we might do is we might have a breaking news kind of section on the website where when something's happening, we kind of put the latest news item on there, and probably keep the last kind of 5 or 10 items on there, just so you can see what exactly what you said, like what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah, good suggestion. And you may see that appear on the website fairly soon, because we are having that discussion now.
That's excellent. So all I can say is may the forces be with you, because we're here waiting and we're on the right as well.
Thank you. Thank you. So, and I know I should say, just as a kind of little aside, I know a lot of you have been involved with the project right from the start, and so really appreciate your support there. And you've seen the ups and downs and the kind of stabilizing, and still, I really think this is early days. We've launched and it's been successful, and we have lots of holders and lots of people involved in the project now. And this is where all of the kind of hard work comes together, and we take it to the next stage. So yeah, appreciate everybody who's kind of stuck with us through this first couple of weeks. So any other questions?
Yeah, next person, we've got Harold. Harold, I've allowed you to speak if you want to unmute yourself.
Great, yeah, thank you for that, James. Yes, so my question's a bit more of an overview, Darren.
Okay.
What I see with this project, it's like any other crypto situation that I've looked at. I can't say I'm a crypto guru, because I'm not. I've just been looking at what crypto's been doing over the last couple of years, and just seeing the nonsense that a lot of these cryptos have. But Afrostar's different. My question or interest lies in how the Afrostar has developed through the continent of Africa to become a unified trading system. And the reason I say that, I did a lot of traveling throughout Europe. I was in motor racing, merchandising, And one of the big headaches, and continued to be headaches even right up to Brexit, was cross-border trading agreements. Even though we were part of the EU, I could not sell an item in France without going through a whole lot of red tape, because there's no cross-border trading agreement between the banks in the UK and the banks in France.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going into a situation in Africa, and I speak as I was born in Zimbabwe. I left when I was 16. I travelled through several countries in Africa. This continent needs Afrostar for sure. It needs this currency, but and even looking at some of the feedback from the Zimbabwean government on what they're looking at with crypto, their big concerns is, how are they going to be able to control where the funds are being diverted to, who's paying for what? Because obviously with crypto, it's very, very clandestine in a lot of ways. So I just wondered how I did actually write a long email to Ambassador Wallace on this. I know he's been very busy, so he can't, and I didn't expect a reply, but I'm just interested in the plan. Have you guys got lawyers or other people involved in actually understanding how we can actually make that coin, when it comes available, a unified currency? So it doesn't matter just the way a dollar is or a pound is, how we're going to make that cryptocurrency work across the continent. Because if we can make it work, that is absolutely huge.
Yeah, I would say the very quick answer there is the detail of that is definitely a discussion which we'll grab Wallace in on in a moment when he arrives. The kind of bigger picture overview from me is to say the reason that we got some high level people out in Africa is precisely for what you said, because all of the countries out there, they have very different systems, very different ways of doing things, very different forms of government, and trying to get the crypto adopted across all of the countries, that certainly is going to take quite some strategy. But because it's crypto, it's certainly a lot easier than trying to do it through a traditional route, or trying to get like the euro accepted across Europe. I mean, that was a huge thing to do. Crypto kind of goes above a lot of the regulation and above a lot of the kind of local differences, but still we got to get the acceptance across the continent. And yeah, we need the right people who know how to do that, and that's part of what the team in Africa are doing. But rather than me kind of rambling without giving you details, let's get Wallace on that question when he arrives.
Excellent, thank you, Darren.
Yeah, thank you.
Next person we've got there, Summer 5372. I've allowed you to speak. If you want to unmute yourself.
I should, Summer, before you ask the question, I was just going to say to kind of just a little add on to the last point there is, at the moment across Africa, there are cryptocurrencies that are being used. For example, Bitcoin is being used between countries to pay for things and to do transactions. So without even any kind of formal agreement with governments, without any regulations or lawyers, cryptocurrencies will be used between countries in Africa. But what we're trying to do, which is a bit different, is to get the acceptance by the countries as well, and really adoption by a lot of the continent. And the way we think it will happen is, once we get one country kind of on board, and we're going to kind of focus on one or two of the most likely, first of all, once we get one country on board, it's far easier to get the second country on board. And then once you get to a critical mass of countries supporting it, the other countries just have to adopt it to make, because otherwise they're going to be missing out on the economic benefits from it. So it's all about getting your foot in the door. And once you've got your foot in the door, then expanding from that until it becomes the must-have, the must-use cryptocurrency. So that's kind of our approach at the moment. Sorry, Summer, you had a question.
Okay, maybe not Summer. So we'll try Dennis. I've just allowed you to speak. If you want to unmute yourself, Dennis.
Hello.
Oh, Summer, she's here. Hi, I can hear
I'm
you.
sorry, I didn't put the mic on. And thanks, first of all, thanks for this AMA and also the team behind the screens, you know, for working behind the screens. I have a question. I was wondering, maybe I'm totally wrong in this, but Charles Hoskinson, he is trying to connect the unconnected, bank the unbanked, you know, in Africa. And he is not competitive when it comes to crypto coins or, you know, other persons that start in the business. Isn't there a way to find a cooperation with him? Because, you know, he is planning, from what I know, to put a jet out for the volatility of CBDCs in Africa. And what if you are with Afrostar before all these governments are, you know, pushed over the line? If you can work together with him, and while he has all the contacts there already, isn't that a possibility?
Yeah, definitely, that is a possibility. We're actually, there's any crypto projects out there or people who are looking to make this happen. We're already approaching various people at potential JVs, potential joint ventures, and yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
I'm very glad to hear that. Thanks. I know enough. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, hi. Who's on?
Yeah, this is Dennis.
Oh, hi, Dennis.
Carl, just 1 minute. Yeah, hi, Darren. Yeah, I appreciate the project very much, and I'm also a well-trained company apprentice student too.
Oh, excellent.
Also, I wanted to ask a few questions just
Sure.
regarding the project. I wanted to know regarding the airdrops for the tokens.
Yes.
Earlier for the there was like a, you know, if you join the Instagram,
We did the
Facebook,
competition,
Telegram.
airdrop competition. Yeah.
Yep. Have they been sent out? Because I don't know. I wasn't really sure.
They're all being sent out. I think we did cover this in one AMA, but for anyone who missed it, let's cover it again. They're all being sent out anywhere from launch to 30 days after launch, and we kind of staggered it so everybody doesn't get them all at the same time. So if you haven't got them yet, you will be getting them anywhere over the next 2 weeks.
Okay, that's good to hear. Good to hear. I just have a few more questions. Is that fine?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes. Also, just regarding, you know, the Sell and Raid, I don't know if you're aware of that, where we're meant to promote on Twitter.
Oh, the shilling competition. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it just? I think if I follow the instructions correctly, we just basically copy and paste on other Twitter accounts. If that's correct. Yeah.
Alex, I think, was running that shilling competition. So
I'll do, Aaron, if I step in here, because
yeah, sure.
I've also kind of organising that as well.
Okay.
So what that's about, Dennis, is the idea is Miles is putting in a list of different tasks that you need to take part in. So he will get like a link from a certain influencer, we'll put it in the group. And then what he will say is that go there, like it, retweet it, and put a comment on. And what he's also doing, he's putting a comment there which you can copy and paste. So it'll be like @Afrostar, #Afrostar, to kind of get it trending as well. So obviously just keep an eye on what the tasks are. You don't need to go and copy that and put it on loads of different random posts. Okay, by all means, if you want to do that, we're happy. But just target the post which we're asking you to do in them tasks. So that way we get as much attention to them tasks, we get it trending, and it just makes more and more noise on your social media pages.
Okay, and just one more question to you, James. I wanted to know, I don't know if you're aware of this, the AMA videos, would they be put up on the YouTube channel of Afrostar in the future?
I can comment on that. There is 2 that have been put up there recently. I'm actually, as we speak, putting some more up there. And then, you know, they'll be put up there more regularly, sort of soon after they've been finished going forward. And just to touch on what James said before, with the shilling and the posting, whenever you're posting or commenting, if you can just add #AfroStarCrypto, and me obviously want to add more, that's fine, but if you can focus on that specifically, it's really going to help us grow and get that hashtag trending.
Okay, that's great, that's great. And just a few more questions, Darren, I want to ask.
Yeah, sure.
Regarding one person brought this up, the news section. Yeah, that would be appreciated to just see the new updates. If you can have that on the Afrostar website. And the other thing I wanted to know is regarding the coins, the actual physical coins. Would it be possible to purchase them?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so will you be able to purchase the 24 karat gold and the 18 karat gold coins. We do want to do that. I've actually looked into that personally. And at the moment, it looks like we're trying to work out where we sell it from and how we sell it. Because if we're selling it from the UK, you need to have a bullion trader's license. I'm sure there's an easy way that we can do this through a different jurisdiction or through a website, or I haven't worked out the details yet, but I have someone who's looking into it, because we do want to be able to sell the gold coins. It's just making sure we're doing everything above board and following all the legal requirements. So as soon as we get that all kind of signed off, yeah, we do want to sell them. And it just, we're gonna try. I think I said this on another AMA. We want to make it a kind of a limited edition collector's item as well. So I'll let you know as soon as we got that all organized.
Okay, I'll say, if you could still keep up the limited edition, but also have another section where people can purchase the actual print, like, why it's not going to be part of that limited edition, but it's still gold print.
Okay.
But
yeah.
also, if they could also do Afro tokens, that will also give more value to the. So in a sense, you'd be kind of a bullion seller too, by being able to use the Afro token or coins when that comes.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, have the limited edition and also have just the regular Afro style, like solid gold coins. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, different carats.
Yeah.
Okay, and I just have a few more. One thing I want to know: how do we know the value of our tokens that we have on CoinMarketCap? I want to know. Yeah,
so you should be able to, the value of your coins, if you're using Trust Wallet, you should be able to see the value at the top of the wallet. But an easy way to find out is just, if you want to know the value of the coins you're holding, the tokens you're holding, is you could go to KuCoin.app, and you could just get the price off at the top of the chart there. They have the price. So KuCoin.app, and they have the price at the top, and then just multiply it by the number of tokens that you have in your wallet, in MetaMask or Trust Wallet or wherever you've got them.
Yeah, also on that note, I would advise not to add your wallet, not connect it to KuCoin, because you open yourself up to scammers.
Just don't add your account. Okay. I see. The reason why I also asked is because when I try to swap it to BNB, it doesn't seem to be the correct value. And it seems like I only can get 2 BNB, but I have way more in pounds, so it doesn't make sense. That's why I asked.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say take the total number of tokens you've got, multiply it by the current price, and I mean that's the way to know for sure the value of the tokens you're holding.
Okay, because the reason why I asked, when I tried to swap it to BNB to take some profits out, it didn't seem to be correct. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Not sure. Who was that? Alex, you got something to add?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you meant with Trust Wallet. Sometimes you need to just open, for example, your Smart Chain wallet and then close it again, and it updates itself.
And then you use BNB and then use Pancake Swap after that.
That's correct.
Yeah, just to add to that as well, Dennis, obviously do take into account there is also a tax, okay, obviously, which helps keep this project driving as well. So obviously make sure you are looking into the tax on the website and also calculating that into with your slippage and fees like that, obviously to make sure that it does also add up as well.
Okay, I see. And also, this is my last question to Darren. I wanted to know, as you the apprentice course with the World Training Company, is it possible to use the tokens in future to like purchase some of the courses?
We haven't really discussed that yet. Maybe, I'm not sure, but certainly we can have that discussion.
Yeah, because that would give more also purpose for the coin and the token.
Yeah, that's quite a nice idea actually. Yeah, I'll have a proper think on that.
Okay, thank you for answering my question.
Yeah, thanks. And I can hear, I think that is Wallace just arrived. So let's take another question, and then I'll bring Wallace on, and we can talk.
Perfect. So I've got Zimon. If I've said that correctly, I've just allowed you to speak, Zimon. You can unmute yourself.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Hi, Darren.
Hi there.
Thanks. So I'm just wondering, let's say, for example, your currency has been adopted, say, for example, in Zimbabwe, wherever, Nigeria. if I want to buy bread, normally I would use my card or cash,
Yes.
Apple Pay or Google. How would I use this AfroStar to buy bread in the shop?
Yeah. So one approach that we're looking at is to have contactless payment systems. So on your phone, you'll have contactless payment, and then whichever retailer it is, they'll have a system which matches up with that. So it's a bit like paying with your card on your phone,
Right.
but using AfroStar, and it will be our own system that we'll be developing.
So that means the whole country would need to be using the AfroStar like point of sales machines then?
Yeah, so it's a bit like Visa or MasterCard, where they've each got their own little kind of terminal. So
Right.
it would be a similar thing, yeah.
It would be a similar thing. Okay. How far are you on the development stage of that technology, of that contactless? So say in case tomorrow Zimbabwe says come,
Yes.
right? How soon can you deploy those contactless systems? Do you already have them ready for deployment?
So there are contactless systems out there which you can kind of joint venture with and use. The time to be ready is more the blockchain development, which is about 6 months. Because we're developing our own blockchain to have our AfroStar coin built on that blockchain. That's going to be the time delay, which is at the moment is about 6 months, which is fine. We actually don't want it to happen sooner than that, because we want to have everything in place. We want to be ready, and we will roll it out. I said ideally we'll roll it out in one city or one country first of all, and then we can really get it all properly working smoothly, and then kind of roll it out bigger and bigger as it grows. But yeah, as far as the contactless payment systems, there are systems out there that you can kind of joint venture with, and we'll be looking at, do we develop our own system? How much of other people's systems do we kind of bolt onto? But yeah.
Okay. So just a question, add-on question to that. So obviously, because this is online, that means whoever is buying the bread needs to be online on their phone, right? So everyone needs to be on the internet to be able to use this all the time.
No, not necessarily.
Or whatever you're buying bread, whatever you're going to buy bread, you need to have internet. Is that right?
No, you can actually with some of the contactless existing systems out there with crypto, you can make purchases offline, and then when you go online, it connects with your wallet and the transactions can kind of complete. So you don't actually have to be online to be making payments. Is the quick answer.
Well, thanks very much. That may actually work, because that was my worry. I was wondering, why would you choose Africa when the internet penetration is quite low? If you can use it without internet, and also the point of the contactless systems you're talking about, yeah, I can see that working actually. Okay, just before I go, so I joined the group yesterday.
Okay.
But I can't post anything. How come?
Oh, that would have been when you first join the Telegram group. A message appears which says, "Click here to prove you're human." And if you don't click that fairly quickly, then it thinks you're a trading bot or something, and it just blocks you from posting messages. So what you need to do is...
I was too excited, you see, so I just jumped to that stage.
Yeah, all you need to do is, if you click on the kind of top of the Telegram group, and then you go into members, and you'll see the members list. Anybody who's got admin by the side of their name, you can direct message them and just say, hey, can you get me switched on? And
all right, thank you.
Yeah.
That's okay. Thank you very much.
I'll do it now for you.
And Wallace is here, so I'm gonna bring Wallace on. If you want to grab a seat, come on over.
Good.
So,
hello to the great AfroStar team. I'm happy that we are meeting again once again. I think it's important that we support each other, the team, the Telegram group, the community. It's very important that we keep together and keep the strength of the movement going, because as you know, it's the community that pushes everything within the crypto space. I think we spoke already about the developments that we are getting from Nigeria. We are already, on my arrival back, we are going to be meeting, you know, someone who spoke just now and asked about the acceleration of the blockchain. We have a technical group that are willing to help us to accelerate the blockchain. So I'll be investigating that when I get back and reporting back to Darren and Tanya, and we will see whether they are and can fulfill our, you know, acceleration program.
There was Wallace, there was a couple of questions earlier on this AMA. One was about Zimbabwe.
Right.
Do we have any contacts there, or do we have any approach to Zimbabwe? Because Zimbabwe are now looking more into crypto.
Yes, yes, yes. We do have, as a matter of fact, in the I think it was the first AMA.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was the first AMA. We had a young lady who was requesting for me to come down, and I will, to meet with one of your investment individuals with whom she believes we can partner with to really spread, you know, the AfroStar in Zimbabwe. I know the challenges that Zimbabwe has because the currency is absolutely rock bottom flat. I gave some talks in Zimbabwe in 2019, actually. In 2019, I was invited to the president's province, and I've been back a couple of times, and I talked about the opportunities in investment. And one of the things I did talk about at that point in time, because of the currency, I said that they needed to go, you know, crypto, they needed to go digital to get out of that fiat paper, which of course we all know is no longer of any use. You know, it has crashed almost, I think, 100,000%.
I actually have a Zimbabwe note on my shelf over there, I think. So
I have one. I paid. Yeah, bring it. Let's show them. I paid actually $20 for mine, and it was I think it was a $100 million note or something. This is great.
100 trillion.
Yeah, I had a $1 trillion. So look at this.
100 trillion Zimbabwe dollars.
You know, but it's sad. It's very sad that African countries have had all of their fiat currencies go rock bottom. I mean, even right now in Nigeria, the Naira is slipping almost daily. And that is why the idea of AfroStar was the passion to move Africa, the continent, into a digital cryptocurrency. So that's our focus on the project. Of course, we want the international trade as well, which we will be doing, but our focus is to help Africa. And that's what AfroStar is all about. It's about getting Africa out of the paper fiat that they can't trade anywhere with. Absolutely. They have to use either the US or the euro or any of those fiats. As a matter of fact, in Nigeria at the moment, I was on one of the central bank diplomatic committees. They established, would you believe, a trade with China. The yuan accepts their Naira. Now, that is probably good for trade with China, but how are you going to trade among yourself within the continent? And what currency are you going to use? And this is where AfroStar comes in as a medium lingua franca for currency and trade. And that will be the focus. So I want everyone to take into account that AfroStar's focus is to help, you know, establish in the African space, you know, an exchange currency that is digitally driven. And that is what I have been passionate about. And that's what Darren got very passionate about when we joined forces, and Tanya, because we saw, and it's a gap. It's a gap, it's a niche, and it's an opportunity. And those who hold, stay, you're supporting Africa. you're supporting the movement away from their currencies, which cannot help the continent in terms of exchange and trade. So let's go digital, let's go AfroStar, let's go token, let's go coin, and let's move the continent along. We're helping because one of the give back from us as well is that we are going to be looking at digital or other SME companies or startups that need help. That'll be part of the giving back as well, whether it's a cooperative in the village with some women who need to get their produce to the market. You know, those are things we are going to look into, and those are things I'm going to highlight and pick and come back and tell the team, you know, Darren and Tanya, look, let's look at these particular SMEs, etc.
Yeah, and also a big part of this is a lot of people outside of Africa who've traveled the world or set up somewhere else, they want to an efficient way to send money home,
yes,
send money to the family.
Yes.
And at the moment, yes, that can be done with other cryptocurrencies. But there isn't a kind of unified good solution. Bitcoin, yes, it's expensive. Yes, the transactions are slow. There's better solutions, and AfroStar, we believe, is that better solution.
Yes. Yes.
To be adopted across Africa. So
yes,
I'd say many uses.
Yes, and you've hit on a very key point there, Darren, because I don't know if people are aware of how many billions are sent home every year to the continent. Billions are sent, and it's getting more and more difficult to get the value out of those monies in fiat that are sent. You know, the charges are so high, and you have got to go through so many steps before you get it. And that interferes with the real value that the recipient should be able to get. But if they've got a crypto line of approach that is easy to receive and easy to trade, as AfroStar intends to do, then that's the vision. And we are going to be helping the continent in that way. And I must thank Darren for adopting the vision, believing in it, being passionate about it. And you find few people that understands, you know, the needs of others. And I think he's an excellent humanitarian and humanist in this respect.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think everybody knows when they see you and you talk about anything, you talk with passion. You talk and you believe, and you make sure that you see the end game. So this is, and we're all there for everyone to see who we are, what we do, you know. I've crisscrossed Africa and at the highest level. And I believe now my role is to ensure that we can I'm going to be pushing for the adaptation, you know, of AfroStar as a unified currency for the continent. When I go back, I know most of you will know of PLO Lumumba, you know, former President Obasanjo, former chair of the African Union. We are going to be looking at getting the adaptation of the AfroStar for the continent. And it would probably mean getting the African Development Bank, Afrexim Bank, and the AU. Those will be the targets to get them to say, yes, we need this. They all have said they need it, but there was no one who got to the table yet to say, we've got something that is for the continent. And we've got it. We've got it now. We moved very fast. And I think Darren and his team moved extremely fast to have got to this stage, and the realization of a dream come true for myself, for himself. You know, it's absolutely, we are very excited that we're going to be doing something, giving something back, whilst, you know, encouraging people to make investments that is also going to be profitable for them. So be part of the dream, be part of the passion, be part of one Africa united by currency. If it's the single most achievement we will make, will be to uniting Africa through digital value and the digital value chain. Yeah,
it is. It's the vision. We're looking like further down the line. We look back on this moment and say that, hey, that's where it all really started, and look where we are now. So
yes,
I know I've said this a few times on these AMAs that it's early days, but really,
absolutely,
this at this stage here, if what we're planning, and I really think this can happen, if it happens the way we're thinking, this is like an
Huge.
Incredible time to be involved in this right now.
Absolutely. I will ask and implore everyone, get involved, store, hold, stock up, because your future, which is what we are committed to, will be assured. We want to make sure that everybody in the community benefits from staying with us, planning with us, seeing the vision with us, walking the roadmap with us, and giving back. You know, I think the greatest satisfaction you can have is doing something for humanity, but also doing something where people will benefit and improve their lives. And this is what we want to do. It's all about, let's invest, let's all make money, but let's also improve lives. Yeah.
Well said. Yeah. Okay, well, I say thank you. We've had quite a long session here now, about an hour, this AMA. So, and we did a lot of questions there. So I would say thank you for joining us on this session. What we'll do is we will get this recording put up on, I think we'll put it on our YouTube channel. We'll probably pin it in the Telegram group as well.
Group, yeah.
So if you missed any of this, do jump on and have a listen. As I said, we covered quite a few things there. And
is there any other questions they may want to ask?
Okay, let's have a, we did quite a lot of questions earlier, but let's see if there's a few more.
If they want any for with regards to Africa and
any specific
Africa
questions.
I have one more question.
Okay, Summer. Yeah.
Yes, that's about China. I understood that China is not in China you cannot buy crypto anymore. Is that true? Because why is there a Telegram group for China if it's so difficult to buy?
Okay, that's not true. You can still buy crypto in China. I think what happened is all of the kind of newspapers, they had this big headline, crypto banned in China, which is nonsense. It's not banned in China. What they've done is they've tried to move the crypto exchanges out of China. So they're making it illegal for a crypto exchange to operate in China. But individuals in China can still hold cryptocurrencies, and they do hold cryptocurrencies. So it was kind of a big scare story that the papers ran, which, I mean, that's the way journalists work. That's the way they like to do things. They write something which sounds like scary or big when it's not the truth.
Okay, thanks.
That's okay.
Okay.
We may remember I asked about the cross-border trading agreement situation.
Oh, of course,
and on from that was, will we effectively try and create a separate stable coin to allow to try and prevent volatility, especially from countries like Zimbabwe, for instance?
Yeah, so this was the question from earlier, Wallace.
Yes.
Harold was asking about cross-border trading and different regulations in countries, and
but they have now the African Free Trade Agreement. Are you aware of it?
Right. Well, that's useful to know. Yeah. I mean, obviously, in order for Afrostar to really be successful, it has to be able to have that movement of funds from one country to another as easy as possible.
Within the continent, are you talking about, or outside?
But I know within the continent. So for me, this is all about making Africa stronger. I mean, I was born in Africa. I'd love to see it become it's a powerhouse.
It is a powerhouse.
The resources that Africa has. My family comes from a long history of gold miners. There's so much that Africa has.
Absolutely.
That is
now you understand why we are so passionate about this coin and the unity. So the organizations that I'm going to be looking at and addressing and getting one-to-ones with does include the African Free Trade Area personnel as well, because they, I know, have been looking at how do they solve, the cross-border trades. The cart went before the horse. They hadn't solved that, but they quickly agreed on Africa Free Trade Agreement. And most other people outside of Africa will take advantage of that because they have the fiat that can quickly be utilized and set up shop in Africa and take advantage, country to country. But Africa needs to trade itself, intra-trade. And that's where they're being defeated at the moment. that's why it's so important now to have AfroStar, because with a digital standard united currency, as you know, which if need be, and Darren is the Forex man, could be backed by the resources of, the continent. We could look at opportunities where that is possible, because gold, diamond, cobalt, everything is on the continent, and it's almost 60 to 80% of the world resources in the continent and on the continent. So adaptation for trade, and with the resources, as you say, that Africa has, a united digital currency is going to be far-reaching. It's going to change the paradigm. There's no doubt about it. And my passion is to get it done.
Sir.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, sir. I'm from India, Dhiren, sir.
You're from where?
India.
India, yes.
My question is, when burning start?
The burn.
So sorry. Did you say when does the burn start?
Starts, yeah. What's the threshold?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had on our, I think it's on the website or in the white paper, and we said that the first burn we were going to do is when we hit $1 billion market cap. We haven't hit that yet, and I think when the price starts to accelerate up, that can happen fairly quickly. Now, of course, nobody knows, is it going to happen? I believe it's going to happen.
We all believe, absolutely.
When projects really start to take off and big announcements come in, I've seen projects, well, anyone in crypto has seen projects go up to $1 billion market cap in weeks. Baby Doge, who else do we have? Safe Moon, lots of these gone billion plus. So the burn starts once we start to get into those numbers. But I don't see the token burn as the main driver of the project. The main driver of the project is going to be the fundamentals behind it, the copy trading app and the AfroStar coin. That's far more important than a burn. Although I know a lot of crypto traders do like to have some tokens burn and make it more deflationary, which we are going to do. But yeah, it's going to be once we reach that certain market cap.
Okay. Good. Our project is very good, very strong, and very super project.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is Dennis again. I'm just asking lastly about the coin, purchasing it. Besides, if you remember that, if you was a purchase coin.
Yeah.
Yes, if it would be possible, as you were saying, Wallace knows about somehow getting connected with the bullion as like a AfroStar coin purchasing. Besides obviously having a certain amount to be able to get the particular offers.
Oh, okay. So you're asking how would you be able to buy the gold coin?
Yes, a particular Karat, if you're willing to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, based on the investment threshold.
Yeah. So we've got. I don't know if you're on the AMA where we said there's going to be. We did talk about this a bit earlier today, I know as well, but. For investors who invest some big amounts into AfroStar, they're actually going to receive the gold coin for free. And the thresholds that we set were $150,000 worth of AfroStar tokens held for 3 months. You'll get the 18 karat gold AfroStar coin for free. And anybody who buys $250,000 worth of AfroStar tokens and holds them for 3 months will get the 24 karat gold AfroStar sent to them. But I know you were asking the question, just apart from everything, could you just buy the gold coin? And the answer was, we are looking to do that, but I've got to make sure we've got our licenses and everything we need to do set up properly, because my quick kind of look into that is you do need to be a bullion trader, a licensed bullion trader to be able to sell gold bullion, at least in the UK and Europe, I think. But we are looking at a way to be able to do that. And as soon as we can, we'll let you know. But yeah, it would be a nice thing to offer.
What I can add to that is that I have been speaking to the Royal Ambassador for the Ashanti King and the Ashanti Kingdom. And we will look at perhaps some kind of partnership for merchandising in the long run. But in the first instance, we want to reward our investors. So we'll have a limited edition, which has two sides to the coin, by the way. Well, we've not shown the other side yet, but that will be the surprise for the investors. Maybe for merchandising, it will probably just be different. Perhaps just have the coin on both sides, but for the investors, we have a separate side for the opposite side of the coin, which we have not revealed yet. I think we will want to do that when we deliver in the first 24 karat gold. We'll be able to show that. Yeah.
Okay. And Darren, do you think you could also somehow start to do bullion?
Do you think we'll start to sell bullion? If we can do it in an easy way, which I'm sure there is a way to be able to do this.
We might be able to, because my focus is on Ghana, where that is concerned. You know, there's gold all over. There's gold in Nigeria, gold in Zimbabwe, gold in South Africa. But I think because of the policy of the government of Ghana, I think it would be much easier for us to get into that stream. And I think I'll have that as one of the conversations with them, because they can put things together. Because we are actually minting in Ghana, there's no reason why we can't get into trade with their support, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So there's that opportunity, which we certainly will look into, because, you know, of the fact that we are minting these special limited coins for our trade. And since we are talking about the star, you know, and Ghana is the star, the lodestar of the continent, you know, all those things seem to come together in a very spiritual way, I have to say. Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, so I am gonna.
Question?
Oh, sure.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, Brian.
Hi guys. Hi, boys. Lovely to hear from you.
Yeah.
Really inspiring. I was thinking maybe a bit further down the line, maybe we could, as investors, because I've never been to Africa or anything, maybe we could use the tokens or that to trade and go and visit areas of Africa where this AfroStar could help out.
Yes.
Obviously, it's early days at the moment, but maybe just thinking a bit further down the line, just to see as investors, to see what the difference it can make or will make.
Yes.
With Africa. What do you think to that?
I think that's a good idea. What I should do, I should say to you, is hold that thought. Perhaps send it to us directly on our email, so that it's from you, and we can probably explore your ideas, and I could probably bring it into the focusing and planning for what we do 6 months, a year down the line.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Nice idea.
Yes. So your email, you want to give it to him?
Well, what you can do is DM us in Telegram.
Yeah.
As a reminder, just say, hey, remember we just discussed this, and yeah, I mean it's a nice idea, I think.
Yeah. Very nice.
I know some of you who've known me for, just thinking how far back this was, well, who's known me for a few years, you've known that I've done a few charity projects which were kind of focused on Africa anyway. We ran the trading day with SOS Children's Villages, where we were building water wells in Africa, and we've done a few projects like that in the past. So I think this could be a really great opportunity for more of you to get involved on the charity side of things as well. And really, definitely, can make a big difference.
So send your details, and we'll maybe pin it, you know, to ensure that we can get back to you. Or do we give them an email?
So what will happen if we get a direct message? Then we can just put that into our folder of all of the projects that we're working on.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's a nice idea.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks. Cheers.
Okay, I am going to wrap this meeting up now because we're running well over an hour. So I'll just say again, thank you for everybody joining us. I am going to put this recording up so you can watch this if you missed the start of it. And thanks, Wallace, for joining us as well. Yeah, and we'll keep you up to date, and a lot of great suggestions there. So
It's been a wonderful hearing how people are very passionate about what they would like to do to add value to what we are talking about.
Yeah,
That's
this is the great thing with the community.
Yes.
Once a community gets behind the project and all of these
That's it.
ideas and support coming in, that's what it's all about. We're going to make this a huge success together as a team.
Yes.
And yeah, thanks for being part of this. So I'll say goodbye for now and speak again very soon.
Thank you. That was exciting.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
very good. Yeah, my minister came back from Antigua, so I had to see him.
Ah.
You know, and the prime minister is here as well because they were